Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
20. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 26.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Campbell making the catch. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
I'm scared.
Now Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This could very well be 4 down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1.
47. We got double up. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Bravo. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the slip. Ready.
Throwing Jones. And right away he lost the football.
I'm plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 59, Mike. Mike is out.
On 3rd down, Jones. The tight end, Rhett Ellison with it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Out.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a giant 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now Jones. That one caught by Ellison. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Two jet bombers. Hey, exit. Please trip.
Back to throw. Jones. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's how we do it.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Cowboys 7, Giants 0.
Now Riley Dixon on. He did his collegiate kicking upstate at Syracuse. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And then get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's a what?
Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Prescott. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hard. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, high 7, 5.
Jones now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Protein spill. Buzz.
Mike, 53.
Looking to throw. Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 18.
Mike, 29. Woo. 29 is the Mike.
Everybody kill.
I got it. Check.
Everybody kill.
Check.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
It's second down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
You. 31's the Mike.
26.
Here's Prescott. He finds the rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hawkinson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To throw is Prescott. This is intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And just a quick hitch route there, complete to his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got it.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got you.
Rock it. Shoot.
Back to throw. Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Tighten up.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm going to run you over.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
47.
Mike 29. Check back.
26.
And again, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans.
Here we go.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Fair. Hey, go.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 27.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Yeah. You don't want none.
Hey, echo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Be trip.
Jones on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Prescott down. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
29 is the Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott looking for Campbell downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
On the ready.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the screen.
Hey, zoom. 5.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hey, world. Leo.
Check, nickel.
General West.
Tighten up.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Austin. call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go. Hey, kill.
Both sevens and Mike. Both.
Hey, let's go to 54. Why ain't? Give me some penetration. Here we go, 46. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kareem Martin. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
47.
No chance. 47 Mike.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. That's Campbell. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, G.
On 1st and 10, Prescott looking for Campbell downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Jones operating from the gun. He's going to sling this, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it, the defense.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, wahoo! Come on,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Gordon Tate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
ready? 10-2 stop.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Set the tone, defense.
Silence, snap.
Looking to throw. Jones looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. Harris Campbell, 87 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Orbit. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I got him.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
To throw, it's Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Check 4, check 4. Shift.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Quinn showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Here we go.
3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Gone.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Deep grip.
Now Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
49, check 49, check 49.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Don't get nervous.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On second down now, it's Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You don't want no problem with me.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Here we go.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Whoa, he just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On third down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Dallas, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.